It was in the early to mid-1100s that the Almohadin, or Almohads, took over Morocco. From there, they moved into part of Spain. They killed all those involved in intellectual pursuits, especially Muslims. After the Almohads wiped out Muslim intellectuals, they turned to the Jews, saying either convert, be killed, or leave. Many Jews chose to pretend to be Muslims, but kept mitzvot in their homes. At that time, a young Moshe ben Maimon was growing up in Almohad-ruled Spain. You might know him better as the Rambam, but at the time, he was just young Moshe. With the threat from the Almohads to Spanish Jewry, many escaped to Christian Spain, including the Rambam's family. Knowing they had an incredibly gifted son, the family looked for 7 years for a teacher for Moshe, but couldn't find one in Christian Spain. Maimon, Rambam's father, soon found an answer. He heard that in Fez there was an underground movement, both Jewish and Muslim, that learned and researched. This was their chance, so they took it. It was in Fez that the Rambam began his great works. You see, there were clashes between those who converted and those who did not. Those who did not said the others weren't Jews and could not be counted for a minyan. Soon enough, Spanish rabbis, based on a rabbi from Fez, declared Islam idol-worshipping, making conversion to Islam yihareg va'al ya'avor, be killed rather than transgress. The Rambam heard this and saw true danger in this statement. He feared it would cause the total loss of North African Jewry. He therefore declared that Islam isn't idol worship, and one can outwardly appear Muslim but still be Jewish. At 26, he had seen the pain of death for non-converts and appreciated his father's stand, validating fake conversion for survival. This was the first time the Rambam put his skill to the test. He wrote a detailed analysis based in history and halakha of why it was legitimate to convert outwardly. This was his first work, Igeret Hashmad. His work in Fez did not end there. He started his commentary on the Mishnah, which later became his Mishnah Torah. Unfortunately, he couldn't complete his work because he was soon found out to be secretly Jewish and had to escape. There are many stories, but we'll share this one with you. As it goes, one of his friends, who learned medicine or philosophy with him, came over to his house once. He saw the Rambam holding a lulav and asked, "What are you, Moshe, like the crazies?" The Rambam responded, "Crazy is he who throws rocks. I'm not yet at that point." The friend then realized that Moshe was clearly referencing the big mitzvah in Islam, where Muslims on the Hajj pilgrimage throw rocks at pillars. That same guy then went and tattled on the Rambam that he wasn't really a Muslim. And that night, the Rambam and his family left. On that day, he also decided that every day on that year, he would thank God for helping him escape, considering it a big miracle. The family then moved to the land of Israel, but the financial situation was very hard for them, so they moved to Egypt. You see, the Rambam's brother was the breadwinner of the family, but he soon drowned at sea. That meant the Rambam had to start working in order to provide for his family. He began his work as a doctor, and sure enough was appointed doctor of the ruler of Egypt. And then we had another Moshe in the high ranks of Egypt.